when we're discussing about the Major Ports Authorities Bill 2020, we need to take into context of the following metrics. The first one being, India's rank has been declined from 35 to 44 in 2018 report of World Bank's Logistics Performance Index. It was way behind Singapore, China, Malaysia, and UAE, sir. And it is also showing in the other metrics also, wherein the average turnaround time has increased from 15 hours to 62 hours from last year. Second, the average output per berth per day has reduced from 16,500 tons to 16,100 tons, sir. And the second point that we should look at is the budgeted capital outlay on the ports and lighthouses for this year has declined from 75% from the last year, sir, going from 535 crores to 135 crores. So coming from Andhra Pradesh, where Visakhapatnam's port traffic share among India's major port has been consistently declined since 2014 to 15, I understand the need for improving the management of the ports, sir. The provision of this bill says that 11 ports will don the role of landlords, a model widely followed globally, where the publicly governed port authority act as a regulatory body and as a landlord, while private companies carry out their cargo handling activities, sir. Principally, the bill adopts a three-step approach to achieve its objective. First, through a board representing center, state, railways, defense, customs, and independent members, sir. Second, by giving a greater autonomy to this board to make master plans. So third, by creating transparency in the ports functioning through proper accounts, which can be audited by control by the CAG, sir. So, but the problem with this, where the problem with this bill is in the implementation of this bill is with regards to Section 22, Clause 2, sir, Section 22, Clause 3, and Section 25 and Section 26, Clause 2, sir. Basically, it is literally taking out the involvement of the state government from the central government, wherein the port can. The board of the port can actually decide on development of the port master plan and everything, sir. You cannot create an island just by a port itself, sir, unless we create some sort of a connection through railways, which has to come. We have railways or electricity, which has to come through the state, sir. So we have to take the state's interests also into consideration, sir. Not only that, even the fishermen. Because the inland waterways are also will be developed by the port trust. So fishermen and the communities which are depending on the inland waterways has to be taken into consideration. So just because they are not in the port but outside the port, you cannot just say that they're not related to us, sir. So it has to be taken into consideration, sir. Coming to our state, our state Andhra Pradesh, coming to our Visakhapatnam port, the turnaround time has increased in financial year 2019 because of the unavailability of the train rakes, sir, during peak season. We request the government to look into this, and give the train rakes, sir. Connectivity can be further enhanced by connecting ports to the inland waterways, sir. A pilot project can be taken up by the government in Visakhapatnam under the Sagarmala project, sir. I'm just concluding in 20 seconds, sir, 20 to 30 seconds. Another problem that the Visakhapatnam port faces is that it handles 75% of India's dangerous chemical cargoes, sir, including ammonium nitrate. Even as we speak, 40,000 tons of ammonium nitrate is waiting to enter into the port, sir, which is 13 times the amount that has exploded in the Beirut, sir. I have already made the request with our MOS Home Minister Kishan Reddy, sir. He's already promised me to look into it, sir. So, I'm confident that the central government will take note of our suggestion and undertake a quality review of the key performance indicators of the major ports, sir. We, as the YSR Congress Party, repeat our support for this bill and hope that reformed management of the ports will also perform the infrastructure and operational efficiency by taking into consideration of the local people and the fishermen communities into this bill, sir. Thank you very much.